Welcome here on Wake Up Nigeria. It's time for nutrition, and today, now we'll be discussing investing in nutrition, economic and social benefits with senior food systems and nutrition specialist Victor Ajieroh. He will be focusing more on women's health and nutrition as it's International Women's Day. Mr. Ajieroh, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's ironic that we're focusing on women, but we're men. So I guess we're going to look at it from perspective. After all, we are also involved in all of this. So let's talk about this now. Give us a concept of our discussion today. First off, in a little bow.
Yeah, I think we started looking at really why it's important to invest in nutrition. And then seeing that nutrition is very important for everything we want to do. Important for our health, important for the economy, important for everyone across the life course. Yeah, but like you said, today is Women's International Day, and then it's important too to look at nutrition in the context of advancing equity for women. And also improving women's health, and also equipping and empowering women to be able to be the kind of productive, healthy people, contribute socially and economically to the development of the nation. Okay. Especially when women are half of the population, and they have special roles that they play within the society. So nutrition becomes a powerful entry point for meeting the development aspirations of women as critical members of the society.
Oh, that's such an academic way to put it, but it sounds so nice. I'm going to come back to the economic and social relevance here. But looking at nutrition on its own, I mean, you can't go through life without, nutrients or getting involved in nutrition. And women are at that focal point, whether you like it or not. As much as men are also involved, women are more involved. So I want to put that to one side. But how involved can women be when it comes to the economic and social relevance of this, of nutrition?
Women play a lot of roles, both in the society, in the family, and so because of that, they're quite important. First of all, we have to look at women as women for themselves, not just women as a model, but a woman as a woman, and who is a worker, who is a leader, who is a farmer, who produces, who works in all phases of the economy. And also, so when you invest in women who are a critical part of the society, critical part of the productive force, critical part of shaping lives, critical part of our community life, then you begin to unleash the power of nutrition in the multiplier effect in the society. First is that to even take care of the health and nutrition of the woman, you need to look at a package of interventions, a number of things. You need to look at the food aspects. You also need to look at the health aspects. And you also need to look at those capabilities that makes women to be able to make the most of the food resources and also the health resources and other resources that are available. And that has to do with the education, with the knowledge, the level of empowerment they have to be able to make decisions, shape decisions, effectively complement other actors like men and others within the society. And so, and it starts right from, in conception, where the child is born. Then you look at it across the life course. The girl child, the adolescent, the female adolescent, and also up to the point of the adult.
Would you say that in our society that we are actively placing women in these very relevant, what do you call it now, points in society that enables them to actually help with this movement? Would you say that our society is doing well, or we need to do more?
I think our society,
when it comes to governance and all of that.
I think our society has always known that women are very special, has always known that women have great roles to play.
Roles, that's the word I was looking for. It's so difficult to find out word, but these roles, exactly.
Yes. And the reality is that you can just imagine what the world would look like without women. But do we need to do better? Do we need to accord them more recognition? Do we need to see them as equals? Do we need to equip them and empower them to have their place, to bring the share of their voice, and to remove the obstacles and the barriers on their way so that they can help to advance the society a bit more? I think that would be fine. So we have a lot more to do. Yeah, but making the concerns of women around health and nutrition the center point of development opens all other opportunities that will be quite critical. So that's why we need to do more in bringing them to the table. We need to do more in ensuring their voices are heard. We need to do more in ensuring that we value their perspectives to issues. We also need to recognize their roles and also give them all the opportunities they need and remove all the barriers that are facing them in ensuring that they deliver effectively, play their role effectively, and then bring the benefits of their participation in governance, in economy, in the society, in the family. So it's not just, if you look at nutrition, for example, it's not just about the provisioning and all that, but if you look at the value chain, a typical agricultural value chain, just from production to processing, from transportation to women play a lot of roles. So how do we understand the factors that inform the inequity in opportunities, which eventually lead to unequal outcomes that we see? And those are looking at the social processes, the social determinants that are quite important. And one, I'll just talk about two. One is look at education. Ensure that right from child, early education, early school age, and all that, the women are properly educated. And when women are educated, the benefits are huge. It influences their behaviors, their perceptions, and it allows things to happen the way they ought to happen. But also looking at their health and looking at typical health services, ensuring that those services that are crucial for the health of the woman, sure, nutrition, sure, the right supplements, the right vaccines, and even access to health services that they need are all provided. The family planning, these are all part of the package of things that need to be made available so that women will be the kind of, will feel fully enabled to be able to contribute to society.
I wish you were enabled to be in some state or some role in governance so you can actually have a very tangible hold on helping to place women in these roles that we speak about here. I note that there is a certain innate nature of women to just nurture people in any case, and having them in these roles will actually help the processes like you've spoken about. It's a very interesting discussion here, talking about nutrition from a socio-economic perspective, which is not something that we actually do mostly. But when you start to look at it that way, it begins to make more sense that women actually have a very big role to play in society, in nutrition, in this topic here, that we are not absolutely 100% embracing yet.
Yeah.
Now, if you had an advice, you've been given advice all this while, but for the individual now, you've given advice to people who are in specific places or for 30 and all, but as an individual, how can I, as a man, enable women when it comes to nutrition and the socio-economical aspect?
Yeah, you start with those around you. Yeah, and you find women at home where maybe you have a wife or maybe you have a child. Is to understand what her needs, the physical needs, the emotional needs, the financial needs, her career needs and all that. How do you attend to that and all that? And how do you help her to get the knowledge she requires? So you start with those around you. You make sure your girl child or whoever is around you have access to health services, have access to whatever helps to unlock her possibilities. So that's what you can do as an individual. You find yourself in the workplace. How do you create a conducive environment that allows everyone and your fellow, your female colleagues to all work together to be able to contribute effectively? But creating knowledge, using your voice to support, reducing things that make for vulnerability, building resilience in systems will be quite useful. Those are the kind of things you can do as an individual. They can also provide as much as possible and also help to understand and show
That's a lecture for just me. As you can see today, of all 4 hosts, I'm the only male host here. And I'm taking in everything you're saying. And throughout today and the rest of the year and forever, I'm going to actually put that into play to help and make sure that women are raised to that level where they can make relevant changes in society, especially when it comes to our topic here on nutrition. Thank you very much for that, Ajieroh.
Appreciate it.
Grand having you here. And hey, Titi, Winfrey, and of course, you guys are doing such a fine job today. Fantastic. It's only been about 3/4 of an hour, but I just wanted to say you guys are fantastic at what you do.